guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make like the ultimate delicious potatoes au gratin, potato gratin, whatever you. It is so good and delicious. Good and delicious. It is so good as a side to your holiday table, to your holiday main on your holiday table, or just as a side dish to like a really lovely small gathering that I think a lot of us are having more of this year. Smaller gatherings, I mean. It is just perfect. So let me run you through what you'll need and let's get started because it's really easy and simple, but all the right ones. I've got some nice, lovely russets here. You can also use Yukon Golds, but I prefer to russet. In here, I've got some shallots and garlic. I've smashed the garlic or cut it in half like so. Left everything on along with some sage, coarse black pepper, salt, a mixture of cream and milk. You need some nutmeg. In here, I have a trio of cheeses. I've got some white cheddar, shredded Gruyere, and lots of Parm. Now, if you want to do this with just one cheese, then I would suggest you use something very nutty, something really sharp like a Gruyere. If you can do this with all cheddar, but I think it's too mild. I think it does need something sharp, it does need something pungent, and the mixture of all three of these is just dynamite. So I've got those going. The first thing we're gonna work on is infusing the cream and milk mixture. So I'm gonna throw the cream and the milk in a saucepan, and to it we're gonna add the shallots, the garlic, and sage, along with black pepper, pinch of salt, small pinch of salt, and some nutmeg. Nutmeg is king in terms of flavor in a cream base anything. It just makes it it doesn't taste the same without it. Just put it that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that to a simmer, then turn it off and just leave it there for 10 minutes, okay? In the meantime, what I'm gonna work on is my potatoes. All I'm going to do is peel my potatoes. Let's just do one, okay? I'm gonna peel my potatoes. I'm gonna grab a big bowl to collect them in. And then I'm going to slice them thinly on a mandolin. You can do this by hand, of course, but you wanna make sure that your potatoes are really, really thin. So, peel that baby off like so. And like I said, you can really use any potato that you want. It doesn't really matter, whatever floats your boat. And you're just gonna wanna slice it thinly. I'm just gonna do one because I do wanna rinse all my potatoes. Like that, nice and thin. So I'm gonna peel all my potatoes, I'm gonna wash them, get them all in a bowl, and then start slicing. Potatoes are sliced. The end bits I always do by hand because, you know, safety, and make sure that when you are working with a mandolin, you are being very, very careful because it is a sharp tool. Okay, my cream mixture here has been infusing for about actually 15 minutes or so, and it actually smells insane. It smells so, so good. You want a very gentle flavor from everything, but trust me, it makes a difference. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pour it through a sieve right into the same jug that everything was being held in. Beautiful. Okay. A little spillage is fine. And now what we do is you take a casserole dish. Did I tell you to preheat the oven to 350? Because you should have if you didn't. And then you just take your potatoes and you kind of start working in layers, right? It looks like a tedious job, but nothing has to be perfect, so it doesn't really matter. You're just working with layers and doing a layer of potato. Make sure you season your potatoes, and then you do the cheese and the cream mixture, and you're just gonna continue to do that all the way. Basically, you do a little pinch of salt because remember the cream and mixture here is seasoned, and obviously the cheese is salty salt. And then take your cheeses and kind of mix them all together because you want to make sure that you're getting a little bit of everything like so. And then just do a little layer because you're going to do a lot of layers, okay? This whole thing is going to be covered, and then you just do a very small splash of cream, of the cream mixture, like so. And you're just going to continue to do this. There we go. Last bit of salt. Like I said, don't over salt because we did the salt in there and the cheese and all the things. You know what I'm saying? Pepper, and then the last of your cheese. Don't come at me telling me you don't want all that cheese. You can put as much cheese as you want, but you know, we're doing a cheesy delight over here. So We need all the cheese, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is just like the perfect triple blend of deliciousness. And then your cream, which you can see the nutmeg and the pepper is still kind of in there. And it smells insane. You can really smell the sage. You can really smell the shallots. It's incredible. Get it all in there. Cover, 350 an hour. Uncover, half an hour. So in total, this should bake for an hour and a half, which I know sounds like a lot, but so worth it. Good things are worth it. So I'm gonna cover this baby and put it on. Oh, wait a minute. Put it on a baking sheet, because if anything should bubble, you don't want it to go into the oven. You want it to catch on the baking sheet. So cover, baking sheet, oven. This baby came out of the oven about 20 minutes ago. It's really important that you let the potato rest for a while before you serve it, because as soon as it comes out, it's like bubbly and it's really sort of, it looks like it's still too liquidy, but it does need time to set and relax. I put just a little bit of parsley, a little bit of hot pepper flake, mainly for a photo. And it's gorgeous. It smells phenomenal. I really cannot wait to share it with you. I don't even know where to go. I know it sounds like we cooked it for a really long time, and we did, but look at that. Oh, that is the stuff of dreams. But really try, and I just messed that up. Really, don't think you're gonna crank the heat, the oven up any hotter and cook it faster, because you're really missing out on the magic that happens when those potatoes soften over a slow period of time. I actually ended up cooking this for about an hour and 50 minutes. It took a little bit longer. I tell you all the time, I have 2 ovens, and one cooks different than the other. So depending on which oven I'm putting it in, it may cook a little bit faster. So this took almost close to 2 hours, worth every single second. And honestly, I really didn't do anything in that time. So, oh my gosh. It is the most melt in your mouth potato ever. The cheeses are a must. Like, the Gruyere is a necessity here. The cheddar gives you pull. The Parm, like the Gruyere, give you like nutty saltiness. It's perfection, and it is like the potato you should have on your holiday table, because why not? Or any table, or anytime you want to make something super special. This is it. Laura in the kitchen account for the recipe. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.